Dissociating. I know you struggle with it. So let's try to unravel what it means and what could be happening. So, at its core, the reason that people dissociate is because you have an outrageous level of overwhelm inside of your body to the point that it is almost an unfathomable amount of pain. And your body's mechanism to tune you out from it and alleviate that level of pain is to push your awareness or your consciousness out of your body. So essentially, you can't handle that storm that's literally existing inside of your body because you've just been in a chronic state of overwhelm for way too long, and you don't currently have the capacity to deal with that extent of intensity that you are experiencing in your body. So in the natural animal world, dissociating is something that naturally happens right before an animal dies, or they're experiencing something that is very, very catastrophic, very intense, very painful. So it is the freeze response, which is usually the last ditch effort that animals use before they die. In our scenario, though, it's a little bit different. We are not dying, and dissociating is something that's supposed to be utilized for those means. But we live in a world where we're constantly doing, and we have a lot of these negative belief systems that exist inside of us, and we're living in this state of constantly being triggered, holding on to certain fears, and really just always having to do, and not really having the time to develop the effective processing skills to filter out these things that are continuously building up inside of our bodies. So naturally, without the ability to rest, we're just building up this storm that's just growing and growing and growing and growing, and eventually we get to this tipping point where we can't handle it anymore. So our body is like, hey, I'm gonna push your awareness out of the body and cause you to numb out and not be so present in life and literally be like a ghost or a fly on the wall where you actually don't have influence over your experience. That's essentially what's happening. That is how I experience it, at least. And to be able to get back into the body and begin to actually work through these things that are just inside of your system like a crazy storm, you need to take it slow. Like try not to do so much and work on recognizing when you are about to dissociate and when you have. And try to take breaks, try to spend a little bit of time grounding and trying to sit with things that exist inside of your body. And initially, you're not going to have the capacity to be able to be presented with the awareness of the things that are existing inside of your body that are causing you all this havoc. But over time, little by little, your body will begin to trust you and present you with the information of these things. And with that, you can begin to, actually start to take some effective action to work through this and get to a better place. It's a process and it takes time. And yeah, it's really just about trying to understand what's going on and how to reverse engineer your way back into rebuilding capacity and regaining trust with your body and your nervous system so it can present you with the information of these things that are causing you so much pain and panic. And from there, you just kind of keep making progress. It's not a linear process. It's going to be up and down, but it is something that is very much doable.